What is up, Heffas and friends? Welcome to another Java and Journeys at Home edition with Jillian. How are you doing out there? I hope you are having a great week or weekend, depending on when you're catching this video. Y'all, we are at home and we are going to try out some snacks that we recently purchased from the Exotic Snack Guys store. If you happen to miss my last video, check that out. This was a trip over to the Florida Mall where my sister and I went to this snack store as a part of my caffeinated adventure, and we purchased a lot of snacks, and y'all, I am ready to try them out. So you all know what we have to do here when we're doing our filming from home. We have to set the vibe, right? And the vibe is set. We have our music playing in the background. We have our lovely little fireplace going. And we're gonna go ahead and get into the snacks. To give you an idea, check out the picture I'm going to pop up over above that shows you all the snacks that we got at the exotic snack stores. They had an array of different imported snacks, a lot of it from Asia, but you also had some from the Middle East and other parts of the world. I can't wait to get into it. And you all know how we like to do things here at Java and Journeys, baby. We love to start off with our coffee. So why not? I decided to pick this up, y'all. And this is a Korean coffee. Bing Gray, I believe it's how it's pronounced, but it's just a coffee flavored milk drink. So we are going to try this out. Now this one was $4.99 at the snack store. I'm going to shake it up first. And we're going to start out this snack trying journey on a caffeinated note, because why not? And y'all, I was hoping to get my sister to try out some snacks with me, just because it would have been fun to get her reaction on this, but we actually have a trip that's upcoming to New York. So she's busy trying to get ready for that, which is understandable. I typically do not plan ahead or any of that. I actually have most of my stuff packed at this point. Your girl got her hair did, so you could see pulled up right now. But what do you all think of the bangs? I needed to take a break from the braids, just to give my hair some time to breathe. So I'm hoping that the bangs will be giving summertime, fun, some youth, because your girl knows that she is trying to do everything that she can to keep this face intact, though we do not have our makeup on right now, but that's okay. So y'all, you know how we like to do things here. Cheers. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Y'all, this is delicious. I'm like, how many calories is in this? Okay, quite a bit. So 140 calories. How many sugars? Because that's the thing. Okay, 19 sugars. I could tell that this is sweet. This is still pretty delicious though. And y'all, we're not even gonna even pay attention to the calories in these things, because if I did, you would be getting one snack tasting and the fun being that. It's all about balance, but this tastes so delicious. The coffee actually tastes fresh. It doesn't taste like some stale coffee that's been sitting out all day. Delicious, $4.99. Is that too much? Is it too little? I don't know. And so here's the thing I want to encourage you all to keep in mind when you go to these snack stores, because a lot of them are popping up now because of some of the viral snacks that a lot of these stores have. You kind of have to pick your poison, right? If you go to a local snack shop like we did, the prices are going to be a lot higher versus if you go to a corporation like World Market that has a lot of imported snacks and treats, because they are a corporation. They're probably able to negotiate lower prices. So keep that in mind, because we did drop a little bit of a coin. I am going to start out this tasting from savory to sweet. Let's get into these Lays, y'all. So these are steak flavored Lays. And if you see me looking down, it's because I want to give you the price. So the steak Lays were $6.99. This was actually something my sister picked up. She is someone who is a steak enthusiast. I hope that these are good. Let's try this out. Here's how the chip looks. Your typical Lay's potato chip. And it smells fine. Doesn't smell bad. Doesn't smell like steak. It just smells like chips. This tastes like steak. And I'm actually getting and this is like, they put it perfectly. So y'all see how this steak is pictured with the butter and you have the rosemary? This is exactly how you should cook a steak. Have your hot pan, have your butter basting with your rosemary in it, and you're constantly basting that steak as you're cooking it. This definitely, to me, has that prominent meat flavor. I can also taste a little bit of butter in that. These are not bad. This is not my vibe though. Not because the chips are bad. The chips are good. I'm just not into meat flavored chips. My sister, I think, would like these though and appreciate them. So this, y'all, we're going to give it a thumbs up, middle if it's okay, or a thumbs down. I think this is a thumbs up definitely for people who like steak. It doesn't taste like weirdly flavored, like artificial or anything. So yeah, not bad. So I'll give this a thumbs up to all of my steak lovers out there. Let's go ahead and keep rolling on with our savory snacks. Now I picked these out. These are some Cheetos here, and these are seasoned with corn as well. And I shouldn't say seasoned with corn, flavored with corn. But these also have onion, peppers in it. So y'all, I think that these are going to be really interesting. And the cost of the Cheetos, let me get into that. Let's see. So our Cheetos cost $12.99. So y'all hear me when I'm saying that, like, you have to really think about the prices here. This is not cheap, but this is also a decent like bag size. So not exactly like the typical travel size that you get. So again, this is corn Cheetos with your pepper and onion seasoning. It doesn't really smell like anything. And it almost looks like your typical crunchy Cheeto. The difference is it doesn't really have a lot of that orange powder that, you know, Cheetos are known for. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. And it sucks because this was $12.99. Y'all, it's like sweet corn. And so you see on the back of the bag here, and I noticed the corn, but I was like, oh, maybe it'll have like a nice little corn flavor. It's like sweet corn with spices. That's the best way I can describe these Cheetos. Ooh. Y'all, not my ministry. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna take one more bite for the gram. And again, this is what this looks like. I don't like that at all. This is a thumbs down for me. Ugh. All right, we took 2 tries. Oh my gosh, no. I'm gonna wash that down with some water. And you all, because you know I live basically in Orlando, a lot of my stuff is Disney themed. I have this really cute Disney Starbucks tumbler, and it's a part of their sweet treats collection. So this is meant to look like mint chocolate chip. But we're gonna take a sip of water because that was not good. Oh my gosh, y'all. So bad. Okay, we're gonna move past that. Let's get into our sweet treats. Those were the only 2 more savory things. Everything else is sweet, so we're gonna pace ourselves here a little bit. Let's get into the Oreo. So these are Japanese, and they're supposed to be cupcake flavor. Let's try it out. Check out this packaging, friends. So after opening up the box, you have 2 rows of these Oreos in their kind of own individual packaging, which I appreciate that, especially because, you know, once you open up a package of Oreos, typically they're all in there. They can get prone to getting stale really quickly. So I think this is a little bit of a thoughtful touch from our Asian friends. And this one also, y'all, is $7.99 for these Oreos. And I'll tell you right now, in terms of smell, this definitely smells like a cupcake. So the smell is there. And when we open it up, you have like these little confetti pieces right here. So I think that's pretty neat. Let's try it out. We're gonna give that a thumbs up. Y'all, that is delicious. It's giving birthday cake. It's giving we're celebrating you on your special day. This is good. And how do you all typically eat your Oreos? Do you typically eat it as one sandwich? Do you like it with milk or tea or coffee? I'm not the biggest Oreo eater. I do like Oreos. I just don't eat them that often. Typically for me, I love having a little bit of milk with my Oreo. And I do like dunking it and, you know, having a little bit of that like sogginess to it. I like that. While we don't have any milk, we're gonna take a sip of our coffee here because that's a perfect pairing. Yeah, that's definitely a thumbs up. And I've actually seen this flavor at World Market. So if you don't have a local exotic snack store near you, especially for those of you all who live in the US, go to World Market. World Market has some of these and you can check it out there. Now, I think to kind of take a little bit of a step back, like I said, the rest of our treats are sweet. Let's go into something that's a little neutral. So we picked up this cake. Y'all, I have no idea what the flavor is. So I'm just assuming it's just like a typical vanilla flavor cake. Here's a close-up shot of it. Let's try it out and see how it is. And in checking the receipt, y'all, this is called a tiger cake. And I'll tell you why in case you didn't see it on the packaging. And this is something my sister picked out. But you kind of see these lines and grooves in here. And this cake was $6.99. And it just smells like a, you know, typical, kind of like a pound cake. And look on the inside here. So this is like very tight. It's probably, I imagine before I even taste this, it's probably gonna be a little bit on the denser end. But let's try it out. Y'all, this is okay. I'll definitely give it the middle thumb. It's fine. It just doesn't really have a distinct flavor. So your girl's gonna tell you how you hook this up. Get you some fresh fruit, whether that's some blueberries, some strawberries, blend that up a little bit. Or if you have like probably like a lemon compote, some clotted cream, for my British girlies out there, you would really hook this up. So that's all this needs. It's not bad. It doesn't taste dry. It's a dense, moist cake that just needs a little bit of fruit flavoring or something with it, some type of sauce to punch it up a notch. All right, so there's that. Now, this is also another interesting find. My sister picked out this banana cake that you all can see here. And we have our little monkey friend at the top. This one is going to be interesting and looking to see how much this one costs. The banana bread is also $6.99. So let's try this out. And y'all, look at the detailing of the package. I like how you have like the cake looking like it's literally like a banana. So I think that's fun, right? Ooh, and this kind of has like a banana filling, if you all can see that. That's really interesting. It doesn't smell like banana. I actually don't like the smell to it. But let's try it out. This is a no for me, and I'll tell you why. This is my issue with getting fruit flavored things. You all tell me if you have this issue. Drop down in the comments and let me know. Oftentimes, unless something says this is made with fresh banana, it has like this very artificial flavored taste. So for me, when I'm getting fruit flavored things, I try to be real cautious. Typically I avoid like anything that's banana flavored, because then it ends up tasting more like a Laffy Taffy, so to speak. That artificial banana, I don't like it at all. Now I do know some people that are fans of like that artificial banana taste. It's just not for me. So y'all, I'm gonna give this a thumbs down. So not great. In the cake category, our cakes have not been the best. So we're gonna see if this one's going to redeem us. So this is a coffee cake, because you all know Java and Journeys, we're going to punch up the coffeeness of our snacks. And y'all, this coffee cake, looking it up on my receipt, because this is one that I picked out. This one was also $6.99. And this, and I'm looking back on the receipt, this latte cake is also a mocha flavor. And it makes sense that all these cakes are $6.99. So we're gonna try this out, y'all. Hopefully this will redeem it, because right now the cakes are not looking like the best part of this snack try. Now, what I like about this and what I thought was really interesting were the layers. So check out those layers. And you can actually break this in half. So I'm going to tear off the top part of this. And again, and for those of you all that have had like these kind of like Asian cakes, a lot of them, like I said before, are light but dense. Kind of like an angel food texture, but more dense than angel food cake. It's like a cross between angel food cake and pound cake. That's probably the best way I can describe it. Now this one's okay. Not bad, not great, just okay. I can taste the coffee, but the coffee tastes a little stale, girl. This is the coffee that's been sitting out for a little too long, you know, at the office, and someone needs to make a fresh pot. This one's all right. So I think the next time I go to the exotic snack guy store, at least for where I'm located in Florida, more specifically Orlando, going to the Florida Mall, I'm probably gonna skip the cakes altogether, unless there's something that they made in-house or something that feels a bit more local that they got in, because I'm not the biggest fan of the cakes. Now, in terms of the like sweeter baked goods category, I think what shines the best, y'all, these Oreos. The cupcake flavored Oreos, that's like, I'd almost give it 2 thumbs up. Like, that one was the best out of that category. So we had our savory snacks again, which I thought were all right. The steak lays were good. That got the thumbs up. Definitely I would recommend those for those of you that are steak lovers out there. So I think in the chip category, our steak flavored chips were the winner. I think out of our baked treats category, so to speak, the cupcake flavored Oreos, definitely the winner. And it's funny because it's like winner and loser. The other ones were definite losers. It wasn't even like a, okay, you all saw this. So now let's get into our candy category, which I think that will uplift us up a little bit more. I'm gonna start out with like the simple candies, and then we're gonna go into the more, I think like complex flavored candies. So let's start out. I don't actually, is this an imported thing? I don't know, y'all, that this is imported. So my sister picked these out. And it's just these dessert flavored Skittles. And so in terms of the flavors to expect here, we have strawberry ice cream, we have a cocoa orange cake, blueberry tart, cherry cheesecake, and lemon pie. I have never had these. And I'm like, what country are these coming from? Let me see. Oh, the UK. All right. So to our UK friends across the pond, let's try out these Skittles. And let's see if we can get one of every flavor. I do think these look visually pretty. All right, y'all, and I'm gonna be looking down at the back. So we have our strawberry Skittles, strawberry ice cream. It just tastes like a strawberry flavor. A little bit on the artificial side. That one's okay. Let's try out the cherry cheesecake. Sip of water. I like the cherry cheesecake better than the strawberry ice cream flavor. Tastes more cherry than cheesecake. So that one's good. Let's get into the cocoa orange. That one's gonna be interesting. Yeah. That cocoa orange cake flavor, actually, I think I've been pronouncing this wrong. Choco orange cake. Choco orange cake. That flavor is the best one. I like that one. Just give me a bag full of that flavor. Granted, I haven't tried the lemon pie yet, so let's take another sip of our water. Let's try that one out. Okay, now I'm getting the lemon pie. Y'all, when I first bit into that, I kind of felt like it was something out of like the Burt's Bees, not Burt's Bees, oh my God. You know from Harry Potter, the trick jelly beans, and they sell them at Universal. You could probably get it at like your Harry Potter stores too, they're located in certain cities. At first I was like, is this a trick? This kind of gives me like popcorn vibes or something. Then I could taste the lemon. Not bad. And then let me see if I can find a blueberry tart flavor. Okay, here is our blueberry tart. Okay, y'all. Yeah, yes. Okay, so Skittles. Would I recommend the dessert Skittles from the UK? I would say overall, yeah. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. You know, Skittles are subjective, right? You're gonna have your favorite flavored Skittles. I love that choco orange cake, bomb. Blueberry tart, bomb. The worst flavor in this one, I would probably say is the, I'm going back and forth between the strawberry ice cream or the lemon pie. And the lemon pie, you could taste the lemon after a while. That strawberry one was the one that was like, not bad, but not great. And the cherry one, I felt like was okay. So this whole thing was just full of the choco orange and the blueberry. That would be it for me. But yeah, not bad. So yeah, go out, get yourself some dessert Skittles, import it from the UK. Not terrible at all. All right, I'm like, where do we go next? Y'all, HiChews. Are you a lover of HiChews? These are everywhere. So definitely not hard to find. Now, some flavors are a little bit more difficult to get than others. So this is a fantasy mix that you see here. You can see the flavors they have at the bottom. If I can get my zoom to cooperate with me. And those flavors are rainbow sherbet, blue Hawaii, and blue raspberry. Let's try one of each of these. We have our blue raspberry. Let's see if we can find. All right, I have our rainbow sherbet. And yep. And then here we have our, oh, here's our blue Hawaii, here's our blue raspberry. And you know, with HiChews, which is what I appreciate, they're all individually wrapped. So we are going to start with our blue raspberry first. This is good, y'all. I'm trying to think. This flavor tastes familiar. I'm trying to think what to compare it to. And I just like it's blue raspberry. It tastes like some sort of like a punch. And I'm like, is this giving me Hawaiian Punch vibes? I think it may be. Because isn't there, you all tell me in the comments, isn't there like a blue Hawaiian Punch? I haven't had Hawaiian Punch in ages, but that's what that's giving. Now for the blue Hawaii. Okay, I'm gonna see why they added the Hawaii to the end of that. That tastes like a tropical drink. I like the blue Hawaii better than the blue raspberry so far. Blue raspberry is not bad at all. I would give the blue raspberry the middle thumb. Blue Hawaii, full thumbs up. And let's try our rainbow sherbet. This one I'm the most excited about. And y'all tell me, if you are a lover of HiChews or something similar to the HiChews, what are your favorite flavors? Because they have so many varieties of these. Yep. Y'all, that rainbow sherbet, it tastes like the Baskin-Robbins rainbow sherbet that they have that you can find at Baskin-Robbins or at the grocery store. I still think out of the three flavors, the one that I like the best will be the blue Hawaii. My second one is the sherbet. My last one is the blue raspberry as we're chewing. But overall, thumbs up. Like HiChews, you can't go wrong. I don't think I've ever had a HiChew I didn't like. One of my favorite candies. Now, y'all, one of my favorite UK chocolates are the Cadbury chocolates. Look at this one. I could not wait to try this out. So this is a Cadbury Breakaway bar, and this bar is massive, y'all. Look at this. Pretty big. And this one is like a caramelized white chocolate with layers of crispy wafer cream and a smooth, creamy chocolate center. This looks so good. Let's try this out. And y'all, I'm not gonna hold you. We have to keep it 100. Chocolate internationally is far better than chocolate in the US. I said what I said. And if you're like, girl, you lying, try it. If you think I'm lying, it's because you have not tried chocolate imported. Try some Swiss chocolate, try some chocolate from Europe. It is, most of it is 10 times better. Hershey chocolate, I love it better in a s'more because that's what, you know, me and so many of you all, especially those that live in the US, grew up with, right? It's that classic Hershey chocolate with your s'more. Y'all, but I can't, like in terms of eating a Hershey chocolate alone, if I'm really desperate for chocolate, I'll do it, but it's just not it's not my vibe, y'all. It just isn't. Do you like Hershey chocolate better than, like, for those of you all that have tried like Cadbury before? And Cadbury you can find in the grocery store, y'all. You can find it at any of your grocery stores. If you're someone that shops at Walmart, Target, whatever, like Cadbury is not hard to find. You can find it anywhere and everywhere. And sometimes the prices of Cadbury can vary depending on if it's like something that's a little bit more on the rarer side versus something that's pretty common in nature, and as well as what flavors. They have so many different varieties of Cadbury chocolate. So this is what the bar looks like. So it's giving Kit Kat, y'all. It's giving Kit Kat for sure. So let's try out one of these bars. And you see the layers here. So you definitely see that wafer, and I'll show you the larger bar as well, with that chocolate center. So let's see what this is giving, because I've never had this particular fruit. I've never even seen this kind of like caramelized white chocolate flavor before. So let's try it out. Y'all, that is rich. It's creamy. This is a delight. And because the white chocolate is so creamy in this, and it's also a little bit thicker. Like, look at this again. Really, if you were like pacing yourself with this, which is what I intend to do because you all see all these sweets, you only really need to have one bar. You don't need to eat like the whole row or any of that because it's that decadent. I love that. So far, that's been my favorite. And if you are a white chocolate fan, you are going to love that. I know some people get into the wars between what's better. Some people even said white chocolate is not technically chocolate. Child, I think I'm more of a milk chocolate person, but I do love all forms of chocolate. I love a good dark chocolate, especially when it's paired with some peanut butter. Stop. Like, you can't. So for the Cadbury bar, that one, y'all, is $12.99. So not cheap, but that was a big bar, and something like that would take me many weeks to get through. And I didn't even talk about how much the HiChews were. The HiChews that we just tried out, those were $6.99. So you see a little bit of the price differences there, but I can taste it in the flavors, right? So for me so far, in terms of the candies I tried, and really, I would say if we want to break the candies down to a smaller category, I would probably put the HiChews and the Skittles in terms of like chewiness as one category. So let's stick with that. For that category, in the battle of HiChew versus the Skittles, I would go with the HiChews, although both of the HiChews and Skittles were winners. But for me, I'm gonna be team HiChew. And so far in our chocolate battle, I mean, the Cadbury is in the lead right now. So let's see if something else can knock it out. Since we are on our little bit of a chocolate wafer kick, y'all, let's get into these Kit Kats here. And this is a Uji Hojicha flavor, which I kind of take this to be more of like a tea. Because when I look at the picture, I'm like, this looks like an oolong tea, something roasty. So that's the flavor profile. And for all of my, Asian watchers, apologies if I butchered that. I doubt that I said that correctly. If I did, let me know. But this is what the pack looks like. So all of these are individually wrapped. And let's actually get into the price. So for those Kit Kats, the Kit Kats, y'all, are $27.99. And this is like, you all saw me open up the box here. This is the box. And when you open it, you have like your individually wrapped Kit Kats. Y'all, I'm going to be, you're like, Heffa, you paid $27.99. I'm going to tell you all right now, I did not know that they were $27.99. So what had happened was, when, first of all, Exotic Snack Guys, I have to say, you all need to put prices on all of your items, because some of your items did not have prices, and that's the risk that I took, because I simply could have asked and just said no thank you. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it, because I didn't think that it was gonna be something so crazily priced. And when I got it, I was like, oh my God, this was $27.99. I'm like, it's fine, we're doing it for the gram. But y'all, when you're getting these snacks, if you're going someplace that does not have the price listed, you know what they say, if you have to ask, it's probably going to be expensive. Not all the time, but oftentimes. So ask, of course, and don't feel the pressure to buy it. I was super intrigued. So even if I had known, y'all, I don't know that I would have. I'm going to be real. I don't know. I'm gonna be like, if I would, I still got it. Y'all, let's stop the cap. Stop the cap. I probably would not have purchased these, but I have them. We're gonna try it. It does have like a tea smell to it. And then here's the color of the Kit Kat. So it's very much like a earth tone. So a really nice like brown color. Not as dark brown as your traditional Kit Kat, a little bit lighter. Let's see how it is. Yeah. To all my tea drinkers out there, especially if you love, All right, y'all, so for me, yes, it's expensive as hell, but I actually really like this, but I drink a lot of roasty oolong teas, green teas. This is a delight. I love this. Now, does it beat out my Cadbury? You're talking about two entirely different flavors. I still think the Cadbury is going to be more at the top for me, but this is delicious, y'all. This is a definite thumbs up. This candy category is kicking the chip category's butts and the baked goods, so to speak, butts. Like, I'm not disappointed at all. This would have been heartbreaking if I would have told you all this sucks. And this flavor is not for everyone. So let me just also say that. So make sure, especially with the more exotic flavor Kit Kats, my favorite, I would say, imported Kit Kats, actually there are two that are my favorite. One is from the UK, the other one is from Japan. I love the matcha Kit Kats. Those are my absolute favorite, hands down. Drop down in the comments, let me know, what are your favorite Kit Kat, even if it's in the US, tell me what your favorite flavor of Kit Kat is if you like Kit Kats. I love the matcha Kit Kat. That's my favorite one from Japan. And then from the UK, they have this dark chocolate mint Kit Kat. And y'all, the chocolate, I am telling you, the chocolate is different than the chocolate that are put in the US Kit Kats. It's rich. Again, it just tastes so delicious and just delectable. So those are my two like top flavors. This one is really good. It's not better than the matcha one for me, but I love this tea flavor. This is a delight. So this is something I recommend for my girlies out there that love your roasty tea flavors. You'll like this, you won't be disappointed. So in the battle of the wafers, like I said before, I think I like the Cadbury a bit more, but really happy with both of those. Now, let's get into our chocolate bar. We're wrapping up this snack review. Y'all, I'm gonna save the alleged supposed candy bar for last that I'll tell you about in a few moments. Java and Journeys. Y'all already know what's up. I have never seen this. This is Snickers Coffee. Y'all, never seen this flavor before. And I have seen many a variety of Snickers, like the peanut butter Snickers and an almond Snickers. So sometimes you'll go to like some of these candy shops and you'll see some interesting flavor of Snickers. And this is kind of, not that you came here for this, the wrapping on this is like a paper wrapping, which is interesting. So yeah, let's try this coffee flavor. And I would say in terms of like US candy, my favorite US candy is a Snicker bar. And if you look at this, and I'll show you the end of it, it looks like your typical Snicker bar, so nothing crazy. And let's talk about the price before we actually try it. So the Snicker bar is $6.99. Trying to move this little paper bit out of the way. This is the inside of the bar. So it took me a moment, y'all. I was trying to find the coffee flavor. It's there, like, the more you chew. And I'll tell you the difference between this and like the traditional Snicker bar. The traditional Snicker bar, of course, has all that caramel and that nuttiness. You definitely taste the coffee, not right off the bat. The coffee flavor eventually comes in and you still have like the nuts in this. You still have a bit of caramel. I think this is okay. This is gonna go in the okay category. I don't love it. I don't hate it either. It's definitely one that I'll finish eventually. But yeah, I don't know that I would buy this one again. Like, I feel like there's so many really good candies that this would not come to mind as like my coffee flavored candy that I would go to. Not bad. Don't hate it. So yeah, it's just okay. I don't know that I would recommend it. So if you're someone like me that's a coffee lover, try it. I'd be curious to see what you think about it. But it's all right. So we're gonna see if this last chocolate can kick the Snickers coffee bar's butt. Y'all know that Dubai chocolate is like all the rage, excuse me, and craze right now. I have never had Dubai chocolate. My sister was the one who actually first told me about Dubai chocolate. Never heard of it at that time. I still never tried Dubai chocolate, and y'all, that's essentially what we got. And because Dubai chocolate tends to be more on the expensive side, I think for a lot of places, unless they home make their own Dubai chocolate, some of it's imported. Of course, it's going to be a bit more expensive if it's imported. But I also went with this instead of like a big old Dubai chocolate bar because of the cost, right? So not only imported, but it's popular because it's like a Labubu, right? If you went to find a Labubu like a year or so ago, you could get a Labubu for like, I don't know, probably 20, 30 bucks. And now they're like $70+ depending on what size you get. And so that's what happens when things get popular. And because Dubai chocolate is like the thing right now, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. So let's get into like, what was the cost of this Dubai chocolate bar? This one was $8.99. So to me, I was like, I went for this one because I figured they had bigger chocolate bars and I was like, no. I just want to try this out. I do like pistachio, but I've never had like pistachio and chocolate together. So I'm curious to see how this is going to taste. And I'm going to open this up a little bit so you all can see because there's some grain in this. And this bar actually is very delicate. Like it's very soft. But you see a little bit of the stripes there. And this is one where I could see this melting away like very, very, very quickly. As I was even opening it, the bar was kind of bending a little bit. So very much a delicate chocolate. Is Dubai chocolate, for those of you all that have eaten it, is it typically that soft? Let me know. Let's try this out. Oh, that's delicious. I was thinking about my life choices for a second there. You know it's something when you bite into something and it makes you think. I have to take one more bite of that, y'all. That is good. The chocolate, that milk chocolate, creamy, smooth. It doesn't taste like it has a bunch of artificial crap in it. The quality of that chocolate is bomb. You have that pistachio, the nuttiness. I almost feel like, y'all, that this should go in the wafer category because it had like this crispiness to it that I wasn't expecting. So I'm wondering if it has like some like rice in it. I can't tell. Yo, this is in a different language, so I can't tell, but there's like a crispiness to this. And you have those pistachios. Obviously, we're someone that if you don't like pistachios, you're not gonna like Dubai chocolate. That is delicious. That definitely kicks the Snicker bar's butt. It does. Like, it won for that category, like not even close. It's really two thumbs up alone for that bar. So y'all, that brings our tasting to a close. I would say out of everything that I had, the thing that I liked the least, you all could probably guess it, the Cheetos. The Cheetos were horrible. I think between the Cheetos and that banana flavored cake, those two were the absolute no. If you were to ask me what is the one thing that I had that I liked the best out of all of this, y'all, that would be really hard. The number one rated thing that I had, Probably that Dubai chocolate, y'all. I could see why it's popular if it's made right. That Dubai chocolate was so good. So yeah, that is probably, I mean, we saved the best for last, coincidentally. Also, let's not leave out our little coffee flavored beverage. This was also really good. And I would say, I think with that Dubai chocolate, what I think to me as a coffee lover, I'm like, that would be so good with some coffee. I wouldn't drink it with this because this has a lot of sugar in it. But I definitely think if you were to just have, oh y'all, a shot of espresso. Come on, bougie. Come on, my bougie Heffas out there. Getting you a nice little doppio espresso. And I'm like, to me, like the nuttiness and chocolate pairings really well with some coffee. You get that with a really nice espresso, you're done. Like, you're at the pinnacle of your bougie life right now, feeling yourself in the Dubai experience in your own mind. I'm like, man, yeah, that's tasty. So yeah, y'all, that is my snack try here for our Java and Journeys at Home edition. If you find yourself here in Florida, I definitely recommend hang out, go to the Florida Mall, go over to the Exotic Snack Guys shop and try some of their snacks and Heffas. Ask them for the price. And I would say that again about any snack place. And also, if you don't have a local exotic snack shop near you, try out some Asian food stores because you'll find a lot of imported snacks there. Go to World Market. That's another place you could find some imported snacks. And even sometimes at your local grocery store, a lot of grocery stores have some sort of like international foods aisle where you'll find something cool and unique. So branch out a little bit, try some new things, especially if you hear about something, and drop down in the comments if there are other snacks and candies that you've heard of that you're like, girl, you got to try this and let us know what you think. Let me know. With that being said, thank you so much for following me on this at home adventure, and I'll catch you on the next journey. Bye everyone.